thank you, Istanbul Foundations and Departments of Arabic Aliah Universities providing a good opportunity to discuss some problems and issues which have mentioned in details in my paper with such dignitaries as speakers. So the topic which I have selected for presentation is Nursi's interpretation of the Quran, perspectives from the Risale-i Nur. The topic is very vast because we all know that the whole writings of Nursi revolve around the Holy Quran. So it's not possible to include all the aspects related to the topics. However, I have selected some points, some aspects related to my topic. That are some problems, especially those problems during the early 50th or 20th centuries faced by the entire Muslims all over the world, especially peoples in Turkey. The problems I may mention here are agreement, disagreement, modernization, westernization, rationalism, constitutionalism, secularism, and liberal reforms of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. These problems have been discussed in my papers. The problems I face to find out the references in the Risale-i Nur was very difficult because all the things are very discarded. Not mentioned under the particular captions. However, I try my best to find some references in Risale-i Nur related to these problems. So, Quran plays a pivotal role in the life of Muslims. It is the primary source of legislations and guidance. It discusses themes such as creation, evolution, resurrections, and ideals for human society. In addition, it also deals with oneness of God, prophethood, worship, social justice. Muslims' engagement with Quran has resulted in the productions of 100 commentaries, each seeking to explain its contents from specific ideological positions and literary traditions in different historical contexts and times. Bediuzzaman Said Nursi's writings on Quranic verses are part of such attempts interpreting the divine book to address issues facing the Muslim society at a crucial stage in the history of Turkey. His interpretations of the Quran was motivated by the claim mentioned in these words, "So long as the Muslims have the Quran, we shall be unable to dominate them. We must either take it from them or make them lose their love of it." His expositions of the Quran reveals his assertion that I shall prove and demonstrate it to the world that Quran is an undying and inextinguishable sun. The period in which Nursi saw all the stages of his life facing problems and challenges formed by Western-oriented minds to Islam. Some of the problems may be summarized here. Bediuzzaman lived in an age when materialism was at its peak and many praised after communism and the world was in great crisis. In that critical period, Bediuzzaman pointed people to the source of belief and inculcated in them a strong hope for a collective restoration. At a time when science and philosophy were used to mislead young generations into atheism and nihilistic attitudes, had a wide appeal at a time when all this was done in the name of civilization, modernization, and contemporary thinking. Quranic interpretations of Nursi revolve around the aims of Quran, which were highlighted in details. I leave these points because we have already discussed these points in details in the previous papers as well as in the last and previous day. So I proceed. Nursi discussed but the question is what things motivated Nursi to interpret the Quran, as such issues already have discussed in the previous commentary box. So what is the difference between Nursi's and previous works of the Quran? But Nursi discussed scholarly all the aspects of the aims and objectives which took a significant place in the previous work by some prominent ulamas. However, he confined them with their objectives and has given more scope to their justice, which was discussed by Nursi discussed and debated in Risale-i Nur challenges that emerged with the process of modernization and westernization. Themes such as agreement, disagreement, nationalism, constitutionalism, secularism, and liberal reforms of Mustafa Kemal challenged the authority of religious scriptures and traditional scholars. So, this is a lack of time to share my opinions with these aspects which as I mentioned in my papers. So I will now conclude my papers with these words. Most problems and issues which attracted some references from Risale-i Nur as well as a sermon or khutbah which was delivered in Damascus. So it's not possible to mention, to bring all these issues under the discussion. So I finish with these words. So thank you.